Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, no new negotiations. A judge rejects a request regarding Alberta's Back to School Act. Healing houses. The federal government spending millions to build more of these homes in Edmonton. And a walk in the park. Hawrelak reopens to the public after 3 years of renovations.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
Teachers will not head back to the bargaining table with the provincial government in the coming weeks. While acknowledging the harm done to teachers through Bill 2, a judge rejected the Alberta Teachers Association's application for an injunction against its effects. CTV's Jeremy Thompson reports.
I'm deeply disappointed.
Injunction denied for the Alberta Teachers Association. It's fighting the provincial government over Bill 2, the legislation that forced an end to the longest teacher strike in Alberta history and imposed a 4-year contract educators had previously voted down.
The injunction would have allowed us to go back to try to find a negotiated settlement that would have worked for teachers and for government.
In October, the province invoked the notwithstanding clause to end the strike and preemptively bar any court challenges.
This strike has caused irreparable harm to students. That is why we'll be invoking the notwithstanding clause in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
The ATA is challenging Bill 2 more broadly in court this fall. It's planning to argue the government's use of the notwithstanding clause was improper and invalid.
The injunction application was kind of a no-lose for the ATA, right? Is if they'd been granted the injunction, then, the world changes. If they don't, and they didn't in this case, their court case continues.
This labor relations professor wasn't surprised by today's ruling, given the burden of proof.
Because we're months removed from the strike and we're months removed from the disruption that caused, it's pretty hard to argue that there is an ongoing harm that is happening.
For teachers, the ongoing harm is moral. Schilling says many feel disrespected by the government, seriously enough to consider leaving the profession.
There's not a good relationship. Let's not lie about that. Government didn't bargain in our minds in good faith. They legislated a back-to-work settlement and put teachers back into a system that they didn't make any corrections to.
Justice Minister Mickey Amery's press secretary tells CTV this decision reaffirms that the notwithstanding clause is a legitimate constitutional tool, one that allows elected governments to act swiftly in the public interest. But that's not how Schilling sees it.
This is not a justification for what they did or the laws that they passed. The judge was very clear about that.
Jeremy Thompson, CTV News, Edmonton.
The province has launched a pilot project to create more spaces at private schools for students with special needs. $90 million will be allotted over the next 3 years for the program. All private schools are eligible. Schools providing programming to students with special needs will be prioritized. Critics say the public system could provide further supports for those students with proper funding. The education minister says the recent population boom in the province has created a need to make more space. An emergency room doctor is skeptical of recommendations for hospitals following the death of a man at an Edmonton ER late last year. 44-year-old Prashanth Shri Kumar went to the Grey Nuns emergency room for chest pains days before Christmas. His family says he waited for nearly 8 hours to see a doctor before he died. Acute Care Alberta is now making 16 short and long-term recommendations to prevent similar outcomes in the future. 3 of the recommendations depend on funding. That includes increasing emergency room staffing, expanding emergency room department sites, and the creation of a high-intensity unit. An emergency room doctor says these types of recommendations have been made before.
Unfortunately, what happens is we never follow up with concrete action afterwards. So if the opportunity presents itself to do something meaningful, great. Otherwise, it'll just be another report that ends up on a shelf and that nobody pays attention to.
The hospitals minister says Acute Care Alberta is working with Covenant Health and other health providers to implement the recommendations. A public fatal inquiry has been called for Shri Kumar's death. For a full list of the recommendations, go to our website, ctvnewsedmonton.ca. Canada lost 84,000 jobs last month. The national unemployment rate increased to 0.2%. Most of those job losses were among young people and men in the core working age. There are 1.5 million people in long-term unemployment, meaning they have not found work for 27 weeks or longer. Alberta's job situation has remained relatively unchanged. The province's unemployment rate fell slightly to 6.3%. Edmonton's International Airport says it's close to reaching its pre-pandemic terminal traffic levels. The airport says it served more than 8.1 million passengers last year. That's a 2.8% increase from 2024. This is the first year the airport's passenger stats have come close to measuring up to the number of travelers in 2019. 8.15 million people passed through the terminals that year. The airport's president says 2025's numbers are a milestone they're proud of. 3 years and more than $100 million later, a popular attraction in the heart of Edmonton is ready once again for visitors. Hawrelak Park has officially reopened. CTV's Amanda Anderson has more.
A welcome sight for many Edmontonians now that the gates to Hawrelak Park are open again.
It's nice to be able to come back in here.
It closed 3 years ago today, giving construction crews time to revamp the park.
There's lots of things that people will find that are new but also familiar.
The patio outside the main pavilion is bigger, and a walkway now runs along the lake.
We upgraded a lot of the facilities to all seasons, so they'll be able to operate in the wintertime.
They all look and feel a little different while retaining their historical charm.
There's lighting on the pathways that connect amenities, a new 2-kilometer trail loop, and upgrades to the Heritage Amphitheatre. The drive around the park will also look a little different.
There's some pullouts on the road that didn't used to be there. The main parking lot has been expanded, but some of the roadside parking that used to be here doesn't exist any longer. But overall, the net is about the same amount of parking.
More picnic sites have been added, including several accessible ones, and the playground got a complete overhaul. The total cost, $134.6 million. Some park goers, too shy to go on camera, say they expected to see more of a change.
We addressed a lot of the sanitary and storm, a lot of the water and electrical work, and that's all work that's underground right now, so park users won't be able to see that.
It's a little hard to tell under the snow what all the landscaping and the full feel of it. So I think in the spring it'll feel a little bit different.
The grand reopening will be held in May, and the city says amenity bookings will start June 1st. Many of the large festivals the park is known for are expected back this summer.
Was it worth the wait? Yeah, debatable, but it's been quite nice to at least see them doing stuff and reamping it, and it's nice to see that our city's putting value in the things that make Edmonton so special.
Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.
The weather for outdoor activities has been all over the place lately. CTV's Kaylin Mitchell is in for Josh Clausen today. Kaylin?
Thank you, Matt. Hey, you might remember this. Veteran CTV anchor Steve Murphy used to have a saying about March weather, that it'll break your heart. And what he meant when he referred to that is the ups and downs that we can experience in this month in the country. And as far as temperatures went around the Edmonton area last night, it was down. Cold night, low temperature of around -20, well below the average. It's around -7 this time of the year. Thankfully, not near the record low, which is -37.8. Was a little bit the colder side last year as well, with the low temperature -14.5 and the daytime temperature -4.1. Now, this little bit of a March cold snap, it's going to stick with us as we move through tonight as well as into the upcoming weekend. As we take a look at the weather systems in the vicinity of Alberta right now, there's a big area of high pressure that's actually centered up over the Yukon, and wrapping around that high pressure system sort of clockwise in the atmosphere, some cold air that's flowing out of the north, and that's going to continue to remain in place as we move through tonight and Saturday and Sunday. Have a little bit in the way of some light snow and some flurries to keep track of as well, and I will have more on that when I'm back just a little bit later on. Matt.
Kaylin, thanks very much. Coming up next on CTV News, cycling around the clock, why local high school students are pedaling to the limit.
The CTV drone powered by Century Casino. 3 great locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile.
Coming up Monday in your morning, we're talking public parenting tips to keep your cool when tensions rise and what to do when you feel like everyone is watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you at 6.
Your Morning Edmonton, weekdays.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
The federal government is pitching in $4 million to construct new healing houses in Edmonton. The homes are coming to the Parkdale neighborhood near Northlands. The mayor wants to see them in every neighborhood in the city. CTV's Nicole Weisberg explains why.
It was all smiles at a construction site in the north central Parkdale neighborhood. The feds giving a multi-million-dollar boost to expand the Bridge Healing Initiative.
It will provide people with the dignity and stability that they need.
This is the second location in Edmonton to see healing houses go up. The first opened 3 years ago on the West End, providing a place for unhoused people to go after leaving the hospital.
Each emergency department has the ability to reach out to us when we have a vacancy. They'll get in a cab and come over to us. We'll do an intake, and then they'll spend the next 2 to 3 months as we work with them towards finding them permanent housing.
Emergency room doctor Louis Hugo Francescotti came up with the concept. He says he often sees the same unhoused people over and over again in the ER.
Last year, there was an extra 10,000 visits in emergency rooms in Alberta by patients experiencing homelessness. So we're up to close to 50,000 a year now. So programs like this that we can turn around very quickly make a difference.
The West End location was designed to be replicated, and the mayor says he would like to see one of these in every neighborhood.
The impact is fewer people out on the streets, fewer people out in the communities, people getting the care and support they need.
There's 375 communities, neighborhoods, and one in each would eliminate the problem of homelessness.
Through below-market land sales and grants, Andrew Knack says the city has so far committed to no less than 6 other sites. Nicole Weisberg, CTV News, Edmonton.
Today in the House of Commons, MPs addressed a bill in honor of a Hub Mall shooting victim. In 2012, Brian Elizik was one of 3 security guards shot and killed during an armed robbery. Edmonton Conservative MP Carrie Diot has introduced Brian's bill. It seeks to amend the Federal Corrections and Conditional Release Act. If passed, people convicted of first or second-degree murder could not apply for a parole review and instead must wait for their next mandatory review. Diot says this would prevent victims from dealing with repeated trauma.
For families, the suffering goes on for decades. In many cases, those left behind must face the person responsible at parole hearings. As it now stands, if a convicted murderer applies for parole and is denied the first time, he or she can apply for another parole hearing just 1 year later and year after year afterwards.
Elizak's parents have been working closely with Diot in support of Bill C-234. The bill is in second reading. Debate will resume later this month. Hundreds of high school students are pedaling around the clock for charity. This is the 18th year for Strathcona High School's bikeathon. It started today at noon. This year's fundraising recipient is Edmonton's Food Bank. The goal is to raise $250,000 to help buy an industrial walk-in cooler. The principal says the bikeathon teaches kids the importance of giving back.
But it also builds our community. It brings us together. It gives us a night to tune out the world, focus on each other, have a lot of fun, and raise money for such a good cause.
The bikeathon wraps up tomorrow with a check presentation to the food bank. Still to come tonight on CTV News, art abounds at the Bonnie Doon Mall.
Not only does it help people going through cancer treatments, but it breathes life into this beautiful mall. It helps the businesses in the mall and gives the artists a chance to sell their work.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
The weather won't make a difference at an art event in Edmonton this weekend. The Art Walk takes over Bonnie Doon Mall. You can see thousands of art pieces, hear live music, plus check out demonstrations, installations, and maybe make a purchase or two. This is also a fundraiser for Amy's House. The charity provides free accommodations for families who have to travel to Edmonton for cancer treatment. Night of Artists founder Phil Lane started Amy's House in memory of his wife, who died of cancer in 2019. Elaine says this event can raise up to $30,000.
So it's a wonderful event because not only does it help people going through cancer treatments, but it breathes life into this beautiful mall. It helps the businesses in the mall and gives the artists a chance to sell their work, and really is a great way to start the entire year off with a nice indoor festival before we get to all the great outdoor festivals we have in the city.
A gala is happening tomorrow night. The mall transforms into a ballroom with all proceeds from ticket sales and the silent auction items going to Amy's house. Well, you might want to stay inside this weekend. Temperatures are going to be a bit chillier before it really warms up around here. CTV's Kaylin Mitchell has your full forecast. He's in for Josh tonight. Kaylin?
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Well, picking it up where we left off, it's going to be another very cold night across the entire province of Alberta. By around midnight tonight, temperatures for communities up in the north, Fort McMurray up towards high level, be down to the -20s. Edmonton at that point around -15 and -9 at Calgary. Partly cloudy conditions in the province. There's going to be some areas of some flurries and some light snow drifting through. One of the areas where the flurries and light snow is going to be a little bit more widespread, a little bit more persistent as we move through tonight and even Saturday morning. So this area running basically between Edson and Jasper and then down towards Red Deer. And you can see there are expected to be some at least localized snow amounts for around 1 to 5 centimeters. In a few cases, maybe a little bit more than that. Let's take a closer look at timing for some of the communities that might see some of this flurries and light snow as we make our way through tonight. So this is in the vicinity of Edson. You can see maybe picking up a few centimeters going through the evening and the overnight hours. Should have just wound down to a low chance of flurries, though, by Saturday morning. As for the Drayton Valley, during the overnight hours, could pick up maybe a couple centimeters of snow, and a little bit more possible down towards Red Deer. Not only maybe picking up a couple of centimeters of snow during the overnight, but some light snow ongoing through Saturday morning, so maybe another few centimeters collecting during the morning hours. So Red Deer would be one of the locations that maybe finishes over the next 12 to 18 hours with some snowfall amounts a little bit over 5 centimeters. Let's take a look at what's expected for Edmonton here coming up through tonight and into tomorrow. The low temperature tonight headed down towards -18, so very cold start to the day on Saturday, and the afternoon temperatures remaining well below average for this time of year. The high temperature near -11. Here's a look at morning temperatures around Alberta. Up in the northwest around high level, there is a cold warning in effect by Environment Canada. Some wind chills first thing in the morning could be making it feel near -40. You can see the temperatures well down to the -teens, -20s for most of the province to start the day. High temperatures in the forecast for tomorrow in the central and northern parts of the province, mostly -7 to -11, and down through central and southern areas of Alberta, mostly between -7 and -10. Taking a look at the 5-day forecast here for Edmonton, we still have a low chance of some flurries or a little bit of freezing rain on Monday. Tuesday, a mix of sun and cloud, but notice the temperatures. They tick up a little bit during the start of next week, so cold through the weekend, but some recovery around Monday into Tuesday of next week before temperatures tick down a little bit on Wednesday. Generally speaking, though, it looks like it's going to be seasonably cool, seasonably chilly into the later part of next week as well as the following weekend. Matt.
Kaylin, thanks very much. The inaugural Bannockfest at TELUS World of Science last night saw a higher than expected turnout. Alongside an Indigenous market, people competed in a bannock competition for a top prize of $500. Some of the entries included cinnamon bannock, raisin bannock, and even bannock with hot dogs inside. Organizers say the basic bread is an important part of many Indigenous cultures.
A lot of our ancestors back then used the main dry ingredients to make bannock, to make bread, and we found that it was an easy way to make homemade bread.
Organizers say they're hoping to make Bannockfest an annual event. Proceeds from last night's show are going towards the TELUS World of Science's Indigenous Access Fund. When we return, shut out on Saturday, how die-hard Oilers fans are spending their time with no Saturday night game.
Maybe a chance to go to Home Depot, Bed Bath & Beyond.
Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Coming up on CTV News at 6, the province will spend $1 million to look at Calgary's response to its water main breaks and how weather and pressure changes in southern Alberta are actually good news for some whiskey production. Those stories and more on CTV News at 6 with Jeff Hastings. The Oilers wrap up their 4-game road trip in St. Louis tonight. They lost 7-2 to the Dallas Stars during a feisty affair last night that saw Captain Connor McDavid dropping his gloves.
Filled in by McDavid, and he's forced out wide by Heiskanen at the horn. And Draisaitl took one from Huru, and McDavid didn't like it.
McDavid took exception to a Dallas player's clearing attempt that hit Leon Draisaitl. McDavid showed his frustration by grabbing the player. More than 40 minutes of penalties were handed out over the course of the entire game. The Oilers and Blues play tonight at 6, and then the Oilers return home for 4 games starting Sunday. For a second Saturday in a row, though, there's no Oilers game on TV or at Rogers Place. It's the only time this season the team hasn't played on a Saturday night aside from the Olympic break. Tonight we explore how die-hard fans are spending their time instead. Hockey Night in Canada, a Saturday tradition that began in Montreal in 1952.
Everybody knows it's the best hockey in the world, and I think Canadians all over Canada should be able to see it.
Well, the game has changed a lot since then. One constant has been the day circled on the calendar. For the past 2 Saturdays, Oilers fans have been shut out.
It's actually bizarre. Like, what am I going to do on a Saturday night?
It is different. I mean, I would like it. I love the Saturday night Hockey Night in Canada games.
No rowdy crowds at Rogers Place.
You don't get that same atmosphere any night of the week.
No away games on TV.
And he scores!
I'd rather be playing on a Saturday. I work full time.
So what's an Oilers fan to do?
We have people coming over, so entertaining.
I'll be spending it with my son, probably watching a Netflix movie.
Maybe find something else to do. We're starting to get into the spring here as well, and go out and just maybe enjoy the evening somewhere.
Maybe a chance to go to Home Depot, Bed Bath & Beyond.
Edmonton Sports Talk host Tom Gazzola is accustomed to working Saturday night before, during, and after the game.
I'm lost. I'm really lost right now. So it's very strange to have an open Saturday night and there's no Oilers hockey. We're so used to it.
Fans looking for their hockey fix could check out a charity game Saturday afternoon.
Well, I'm going to play in the Heavy Hockey Showdown.
The Heavy Hockey Showdown supports the Sexual Assault Center of Edmonton.
We do it around the Oilers' schedule typically.
Organizers say they chose this Saturday because Oilers fans would be free.
We didn't want to take away from their game, right?
Aside from the Oilers, fans say there's at least one other team they won't be watching Saturday, this time by choice. You wouldn't watch the Flames instead or something?
Hell no.
Unless you can anticipate them getting beaten pretty good, then maybe it might be worthwhile watching.
Instead, they're looking forward to next Saturday's home game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.